Welcome to the NXT Ring of Honor News Central for the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. This is the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast with your host, Lewis Carlan.
Hello and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. I am your host, Lewis Carlan, and this is not just any Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. This is the debut edition of the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. The Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast, our focus on this podcast will be ROH and NXT, and we are part of the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. Very proud to be a part of the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. Very excited about this opportunity. I want to thank Nick and everybody at the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network for this opportunity. Again, very excited. And again, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys have been very supportive, and I'm very happy, and I feel very fortunate to be a part of a great group of guys. Again, Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. Many different podcasts available on the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. You could go to our website, tappedOutWrestlingPodcast.com. It's spelled exactly as it sounds, tappedOutWrestlingPodcast.com. Go ahead, check it out, subscribe, and listen to those podcasts. You won't be disappointed. So again, as I stated, this is the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. Our focus will be ROH and NXT. And I'm very excited to be here. It's going to be a weekly podcast. It's going to be on every Monday. So the debut, today's June 5th. So today is the debut, as I've stated a number of times. Sorry, but I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to be doing this. So let's get started. Let's get started with happenings in NXT and ROH. We're going to start with NXT. NXT was back this week in the Full Sail University after their Chicago takeover, and the big thing this week, what everybody was waiting for, especially myself, I wanted to hear what Tommaso Ciampa had to say. I wanted to hear him explain his actions as to why he turned on Johnny Gargano and why he attacked him at the end of the show. So I was very interested in hearing Ciampa came out. He was on crutches, came to the ring, and he delivered an incredibly strong, believable promo as to why he did what he did to Gargano. He basically blamed the fans, blamed Gargano, said he wasn't going to become an afterthought. He was scheduled to go in to have an operation. He found out before TakeOver, decided that he was going to do TakeOver, the TakeOver match against the Authors of Pain, the ladder match. And the fans found out that he was going away, and they were coming up with dream partners for Johnny Gargano, which didn't go over well with Ciampa. He was not happy with that. Said again, he didn't want to become an afterthought. So basically, he blamed the fans. He did what he did to Gargano, and so he said he'll be back. He has to go away for a while because he hurt his knee even further. During the ladder match, something had popped in his knee, so he's going to be away for a while. So he said when he comes back, he's going to come back, and he's going to be the killer that he can. It's going to be the wrestling killer that he can be when he comes back. So so it was a very strong and believable promo by Tommaso Ciampa. I absolutely love this. Great stuff from Ciampa. The only thing that I don't like is he has to go for an operation. This is not an angle. He really needs to get an operation. So he's going to be away for a while. So while right now the Gargano-Ciampa feud is red hot, and it could have been the feud of the summer, we're not going to see that. We're not going to see that feud for a while. So that's a little disappointing, but there's nothing you could do. He's gotta get that operation, got to get that knee fixed. But it was a fantastic promo. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Great job by Ciampa. Then we had our first match of the evening. The first match was the UK champ, Pete Dunne. Was in a non-title match against Danny Burch. So Pete Dunne came out. He got a tremendous crowd reaction when he came out. Great reaction. The bruiserweight Pete Dunne came out. Burch in the ring. Burch actually looked pretty good. Looked in pretty peak physical shape there. I was pretty impressed. I haven't seen much of Burch, so I was pretty impressed. Great physical match between the two. Dunne and Burch, they really they had a great match. Very physical. Dunne eventually did win the match, with his finisher. Won the match. Only thing that's I think I wasn't too thrilled that Pete Dunne's coming off his 5-star match with Tyler Bate at Takeover, meeting Danny Burch, and to be honest, Danny Burch controlled about 80 to 85% of the match. It didn't make Pete Dunne look strong at all. I was expecting, Pete Dunne, maybe Burch will get a few shots in, gets in some offensive moves, but it would mainly be Pete Dunne dominating the match. But Burch got in way too much offense, I felt, especially for Pete Dunne, who is the UK champion, who needs to be built up. But he did eventually win the match. Again, very physical match between the two. But I thought there was way too much offense by Burch. But I love, Pete Dunne has that finisher, the bitter end, which is a great finisher, and he used that. He beat Burch. I like Pete Dunne. I like Pete Dunne a lot. He's a great champion. Hope he's champion for a while. But when you think about the match and all the offense that Burch got in, you probably have to think they have that UK show coming up, so they probably had to showcase somebody else, because they've been showcasing Bates and they've been showcasing Dunne. So maybe Danny Burch is going to be part of that show, and they need to showcase him. But they didn't have to do it at Pete Dunne's expense. They could have had maybe Mark Andrews against Danny Burch and showcase the skills of the both of them. But still, great match, very physical match. Looking forward to seeing the both of them again. Great job by both of them. I'm looking forward to this UK show as well. So, as I said, that was an extremely physical match. They were really just knocking the hell out of each other during that match. Some really stiff shots by both guys. But job well done. I look forward, again, to seeing both of them. I'm sure we'll see them on the UK show that's becoming. I'm not sure of the debut day of the UK show, but I'm sure we'll see both of them again. Look forward to that. You had Andrade Cien Almas. I'm sorry, I always have trouble pronouncing the guy's name. He took on a guy I never saw before, Cesar Bononi, and Almas absolutely dominated Bononi right until the end, when Bononi slapped on a small package, snuck in a small package, and basically stole a win from Almas. I don't know. I didn't like this at all. I like Almas. Almas is a very talented wrestler, extremely talented. He could be a great villain, and he dominated the match. 99.9% of the match was all Almas until he made that mistake, trying to go for a suplex, and Bononi, who I hear the WWE is high on, snuck in a small package and stole the victory. I don't know what they're doing with Almas. I don't know what they're doing with Almas. He could be a terrific villain, but he seems to be on a major losing streak. Now, granted, Tom Phillips. You had Nigel McGuinness and Percy Watson. I believe Percy Watson. Those were the announcers. They were calling the shots, and they were talking about Almas and his partying and how he's not focused. So maybe that's an angle that they're playing, that he's partying too much and he's not focused on his matches, which is why he's been losing. Major losing streak. I don't recall him actually winning a match on TV. So he's been on a long losing streak. But this Cesar Bonani, who I stated that the WWE is apparently high on. I've been reading that they're high on him. I don't see how this I don't see how this gives him any sort of push or anything. He's kind of got completely destroyed by Almas throughout the whole match, and he just snuck in that small package to steal the match. If you want to showcase the guy, have him against somebody. Let's see his skill set. Let's see what he can do, because as of right now, I really am not interested in seeing Cesar Bonani anymore. Or again, it's not like, I should say the match ended. It's not like I was, he snuck in that small package. I can't wait to see him again. You know what I mean? I just, you want to showcase someone, you're high on someone. Don't have him get dominated and just steal a victory. Let's see what he can do in the ring. But I am interested. Almas, he looked angry at first, but then he kind of shrugged it off like he didn't care. So maybe, that whole partying angle and the whole not being focused angle will come into play in episodes of NXT that are upcoming. So we'll see how that plays out. It could be interesting. But again, Almas he could be a great villain. He's very, very, very talented. Very talented in the ring. And he's definitely someone I want to see more of. I will even go as far as saying that he has NXT championship. He is NXT championship material. So that's how highly I think of this guy. Every match he's fantastic. Great talent there. So we'll see what happens. And I'm sure we'll see Cesar Bonani again. Maybe they'll have another match. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So from there, we actually had our Peyton Ross and actually Billy Kay were filming a promo or some kind of skit or commercial or whatever, and Ember Moon comes walking by, and we find out that she's clear to wrestle now, that she was injured, but now she's clear to wrestle, so she'll be back. And immediately following that, we find out that in 2 weeks, it will be a triple threat match for the NXT Women's title. Asuka versus Ruby Riott versus Nikki Ross, a rematch from TakeOver. So that means you put 1 and 1 together, you put 2 and 2 together. Ember Moon's cleared to wrestle. Right following that announcement that they let us know that there's going to be a triple threat match in 2 weeks for the NXT title, which means Ember Moon is going to interfere in that triple threat match in 2 weeks. So that's something to look forward to. So I say Asuka's probably going to win that match. Ember Moon's going to come out and she's going to attack Asuka, which is going to set up another Asuka versus Ember Moon match, which I think Ember Moon will finally be the person to dethrone Asuka and win the NXT Women's Championship. It was also announced that next week it's going to be Hideo Itami against Oni Lorcan, which should be an absolutely outstanding match. So that's a match that I'm looking forward to for next week on NXT. Then we got to the main event, which was Eric Young and Alexander Wolf of Sanity against Roderick Strong and Cassius Ohno. I don't know, the match was okay. Actually, before the match started, they showed it to Hideo Itami backstage. Let me get this out of the way. Actually, before the match started, they showed Hideo Itami backstage after his loss to Rude, and he went on a rampage. He started knocking bottles off tables. Was really, really, really upset. Kind of got into it a little bit with Cassius Ohno, and but then they showed earlier before the matches, earlier in the day, Hideo Itami and Cassius Ohno actually, making up. Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami talking. You didn't hear what they were saying, but you could see far in the distance they were talking to each other, shook hands, and all seemed to be good. Now, I thought that this was going to set up a run-in by Hideo Itami, a possible heel turn by Itami with Ciampa out. I thought, hey, it might not be such a, might not be far-fetched to have Itami kind of fill in the new heel role that Ciampa was going to fill, but he can't due to his leaving due to his injury. So I just was thinking in the back of my mind that maybe Itami is going to interfere in the main event between Eric Young, Alexander Wolf against Strong, and Ono. But I was mistaken. There was no interference. Itami didn't come down. No Itami heel turn. So I was wrong in that regard. But the match itself between Young and Wolf against Strong and Ono, it was okay. It wasn't a great main event. It was okay. Nothing special. Roderick Strong had a good showing. He's extremely talented. He's definitely should be the next challenger to Bobby Roode. So so he looked fantastic. He was amazing. He has a great skill set. He's quite possibly the next NXT champion, because I could definitely see Bobby Roode dropping the title and going to either Raw or SmackDown. So so the match, as I said itself, was nothing special. Nothing spectacular about it. It wasn't I can't call it a great main event because it wasn't a great main event. We did get the return of No Way Jose at the end as he came out to assist Strong and Cassius Ohno as Killian Dane was getting involved. Strong and Ono did wind up winning the match. And Sanity lost another match, and I don't know about Sanity anymore. I think Sanity has kind of, forgive me for saying this if you're a Sanity fan, but I think it's run its course. I think Eric Young needs to go back to being Showtime Eric Young. Maybe put on the Super Eric cape and costume, run around the crowd, and just be another comedy act. So I don't think it's working out anymore. Nikki Cross, I don't even think Nikki Cross is with them anymore. You don't see her showing up with them anymore. I don't. It's definitely run its course. I think it's time for maybe it's Killian Dane, that's his name, sorry, and Alexander Wolf, maybe they need to branch out and go on their own, and Eric Young going back to Showtime Eric Young, because it's not working, and in my opinion anymore, it's run its course, so I think it's time for a change for Sanity. So that's basically... that was NXT this week. It was a decent show. Again, not the best main event, but next week's main event, Itami versus Oney Lorcan, should be a hard-hitting, fantastic match. So I'm looking forward to that main event next week on NXT. The Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. There's a few things I don't want to plug here, actually, before I get into ROH. The Tapped Out Podcast Wrestling Network. You can find them on Twitter. I'm sorry, you can find us, because I'm part of it now. You can find us on Twitter at Tapped Out Pod. So Twitter at Tapped Out Pod. That's TAPPEDOUT POD as in David, Tapped Out Pod. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at PWSOTH. That's at PWSOTH. If you want to send us an email, our email address is tappedoutwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. tappedoutwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. In addition to this podcast, I'm actually a writer for a website called Kayfabe Today. And you could check us out. You could check them out. I'm sorry. You could check us out at kayfabetoday.com. That's kayfabetoday, all one word, .com. Check out all the articles. There are articles on WWE, NXT, ROH. I happen to be the Impact Wrestling correspondent for kayfabetoday.com. So I do Impact Wrestling reviews every week. There's a terrific staff there as well. So go ahead, check them out, kayfabetoday.com, and check them on Twitter at Kayfabe Today. So that's at Kayfabe Today on Twitter. Another column I have on Kayfabe Today is called The Random Review. Now, The Random Review is me picking a random indie promotion and watching their TV product and writing a review on it. And for that, I use the Fight app, because the Fight app has an incredible amount of wrestling content. If you're a wrestling fan or if you're an MMA fan, go to the Fight app. It's fantastic. Get the Fight app, and there's just tons and tons of content. Pro wrestling, MMA. Again, I use it for my random review. I've been picking wrestling promotions off the Fight app. Great app. Get it. Watch the content. It's fantastic. Okay. All right. And if you need a t-shirt, if you need a professional wrestling t-shirt, go to prowrestlingtees.com. That's prowrestlingtees.com. If you like anyone, you like Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Roman Reigns, Cheeseburger, if you like Eric Young and you want a t-shirt, it's most likely going to be on prowrestlingtees.com. So go to prowrestlingtees.com and order a t-shirt. You might be seeing a Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast t-shirt there in the near future. You never know. You never know. All right, so there are those plugs. I'm just going to take a sip of water here for 1 second. Just excuse me. Oh, with all this talking, my throat's kind of getting dry. And we still have ROH to cover. So, yeah, let's get into ROH. ROH was actually on this morning. I got to watch a brand new episode. It was a terrific episode. Every episode of ROH, in my opinion, is terrific. They, week in and week out, they put on terrific shows. So the first match of today's show was the IWGP Tag Team Champions War Machine, Hanson and Rowe, as they took on Will Ferrara and Cheeseburger. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a match between these two. Cheeseburger is the perfect opponent for War Machine to toss around. They were just tossing him around like a rag doll. War Machine is just a phenomenal tag team. Cheeseburger has got to be hurting. I know this was taped. This card was taped maybe a week or two ago, but he's still got to be hurting. He was taking some massive power bombs, some massive slams from these guys. I don't know how he was taking it, but yeah, wow. Excuse me. So War Machine won the match. And I said won a match because they just dominated. There was this absolute amazing power bomb that they hit Cheeseburger with, and Cheeseburger, I just don't know why I don't know how every bone in Cheeseburger's body was not broken, and he actually kicked out of it, which was very impressive as well. Rowe actually hit Ferrara and Cheeseburger with a double belly-to-belly suplex. So that was also very impressive to see that. It was a good opening match with huge power moves. War Machine, wow, they're one hell of a tag team. And they actually called out the Young Bucks after the match, and they said that they want the ROH tag team titles back. And yeah, that should be a fantastic match between War Machine and the Young Bucks. Something that I would definitely be looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, it'll be in the near future. So yeah, again, awesome showing by War Machine. One hell of a damn tag team. Hanson and Raymond Rowe are phenomenal tag team. Now it was also announced that at Best in the World, it's going to be Christopher Daniels defending the ROH World Heavyweight title against Cody Rhodes. That should be interesting. Cody Rhodes, I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Rhodes actually wins the ROH World title. I know he's looking for a quote-unquote home promotion, and I think it's going to be ROH, because with ROH he could work in New Japan, so I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Rhodes actually wins the ROH World title, Best in the World, but that's going to be a great match. That's another match that I'm looking forward to. ROH, they continue to give the fans, the wrestling fans, great matches. And this is no exception to that. So Christopher Daniels, Cody Rhodes, Best in the World. It's gonna be that's gonna be a phenomenal match, and I'm gonna predict right now that Cody Rhodes will come out on top, and he will be the new ROH World Heavyweight Champion. And if he does, you heard it here first on the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. Okay, and after that, we had an eight man tag team match. It was the ROH 6-man champions, Mark and Jay Briscoe, Bully Ray, with their partner Dalton Castle, against Tetsuya Naito, Evil, Bushi, and Sanada. And forgive me, but I always have trouble pronouncing this word too. Los Ingobernables, I believe it's called. Not very good with the big words, so I do apologize for that. So I'll just call it Naito, Evil, Bushi, and Sanada. This was a fun match. It was a fun and entertaining match to watch. Started with some comedy bits. Started with a few comedy bits. The beginning, Naito teased a suicide dive, and he actually turned it into a sliding lounge position, which the fans absolutely popped hard for. So yeah, that was a good spot there. And, of course, Bully Ray comes in, and he does the same spot as well, mocking Naito, which was also a good spot there. That was a crowd pleaser. That was a fun spot. Two fun spots right there. You had your ECW chants, because they were in Philadelphia at the 2300 Arena, where they used to film, where they used to have all the ECW cards. They'd film all the pay-per-view there. All the shows were taped there. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So you had your ECW chants there with Bully Ray. And yeah, it was a fun, entertaining match. Good match. All 8 involved. A good job. Jay Briscoe hit this massive flying body press onto Naito and drove him right into the barricade, which was a very, very nice spot there. But Naito, Evil, Sanada, and Bushi did wind up winning the match. It was Bushi that sprayed black mist into the face of Jay, allowing Naito to roll him up for the victory. Now, the black mist was actually meant for Dalton Castle, apparently, but the boys came in and pushed Castle out of the way, and Briscoe took a face full of mist, and he got rolled up, and he got pinned. And the Briscoes and Billy Ray, they didn't... They took exception to this, and they blamed Dalton Castle and the boys for the loss, and they chased him around the arena and then chased him to the back. So it'd be interesting see what happens there. I really hope it's not gonna. I really hope we're not gonna get a Briscoes versus the boys tag team match, because the Briscoes would absolutely annihilate the boys. Or maybe even or when you think about it, you might even get a 6-man tag match. Dalton Castle and the boys taking on the Briscoes and Bully Ray. That's a possibility there. So we'll see what happens there. It was a fun match to watch. So we got the get the table spot as well. So fun, entertaining match between all 8 involved. After that, we got Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal came on, and basically it was announced that Jay Lethal and Bobby Fish will be taking on Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser in 2 weeks. Yeah, so in 2 weeks, not next week. Next week's main event is actually Marty Scurll defending the TV title against... who is he defending it against? He's defending against Kushida. I think it's Kushida. I apologize. They mentioned it. I didn't write it down. Totally my fault. But Marty Scurll is defending the TV title next week. I believe it's against Kushida. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. I apologize. From the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast, if I'm incorrect, I apologize. But yeah, so in 2 weeks, Jay Lethal and Bobby Fish against Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser. That should be interesting. That should be fun to watch as well. After that, we got Ropingi Vice. They were cutting a promo backstage on the Young Bucks. And after the promo, they had opened up a door to leave, and on the other side of the door was the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks super kicked Ropingi Vice, knocking them out, and Hangman Page was there and beat down Ropingi Vice, and that was that segment. It was it was quite a little segment there. You open the door and you get super kicked. So definitely we're going to see, actually, I guess the Bucks against Ropingi Vice. That's a match that could be coming up in the future as well. Then it was time for the main event, which was Adam Cole against Hangman Page. And while the NXT main event was not that good, this main event was absolutely phenomenal. Great back and forth action between the two. Terrific spots there. You had some wonderful slingshot clotheslines by Hangman Page. He actually tried one. He tried a clothesline and he got hit with a super kick that by Adam Cole, and that was a terrific spot. Very, very fun match. Entertaining as hell. Lots of near falls. Very, very suspenseful. Didn't know who was going to win. It could have gone either way. Just a phenomenal match between the two. Hangman Page did win the match, as was kind of expected, because Adam Cole is on his way out of ROH, most likely going to WWE, although I have heard rumors that he might be going to Impact. That's unlikely, so most likely going to see him in WWE. But Hangman Page did win the match. Again, tremendous main event. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely love Hangman Page. His slingshot clotheslines are just phenomenal. This definitely there's definitely a title in the future for the Hangman Page, whether it's the TV title or even the world title. He's definitely, I definitely see him holding one of the belts in ROH in the not so distant future. Just a terrific match. absolutely enjoyed the match. I can't say enough about it. It was absolutely phenomenal. There's a lot in store. There's a lot of good things ahead for Hangman Page. That's definitely for sure. Now, when the match was over, he took off the belt of one of the referees, and he actually whipped Adam Cole with it until Frankie Kazarian came out and stopped him. So we're probably going to see a Hangman Page, Frankie Kazarian match, which Page should win, to put him over even more. And might even, if Daniels can get by Rhodes, I wouldn't be surprised if Hangman Page is the next opponent for Christopher Daniels, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hangman Page actually wins the ROH World Title. So again, if Cody Rhodes doesn't win, which I have predicted, so I do think Cody Rhodes is going to win, but if for some reason he doesn't, I definitely could see Hangman Page with the title. So that was a great show from start to finish, as ROH usually is. Love ROH every week in and week out. I'm never disappointed with the show. Great stuff from ROH. And a little bit of news I was reading. ROH actually just signed a huge deal in India with the D Sport Network. So you will see ROH in India. They're going to reach about 70 million homes in India, so that's huge news for ROH, as India seems to be the hot place to be for professional wrestling these days, with the WWE, Jinder Mahal, Impact Wrestling, filming Impact TV shows in India, and now ROH has jumped on the Indian bandwagon, and they will be seen in over 70 million homes in India. So that's huge for ROH. And before I wrap things up, I don't want to forget, because I made a promise. ROH has actually signed a new professional wrestler to their roster. His name is Flip Gordon. Fantastic wrestler, very, very talented. He was on a few weeks back against Matt Sydal. I guess it was his tryout match or whatever, but it was a fantastic match. But he is now a full-fledged member of the ROH roster. So Flip Gordon, congratulations for making it to the roster. I look forward to seeing you in the future on ROH TV, and if you guys coming up to the Toronto area, I'll definitely come out and see you guys for sure. So again, congratulations, Flip Gordon, for signing for the ROH signing and becoming a full-fledged member of the ROH roster. Okay, so that's it. That's the debut edition of the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. Again, with the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast Network. Check us out. Website, tappedOutWrestlingPodcast.com. Subscribe to the podcasts. On Twitter, at TappedOutPod. I'm on Twitter, at PWSOTH. Email tappedOutWrestlingPodcast@gmail.com. Go to the Fight app, subscribe. You want a t-shirt, go to ProWrestlingTees.com. You want to read some good articles, kayfabetoday.com. But definitely go to tappedOutWrestlingPodcast.com and subscribe today for all the fantastic podcasts that are on our network. So, and that's gonna wrap things up for this week on the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. I am your host, Lewis Carlan, and thank you for joining me this week. Have a good week. Don't forget to watch our NXT. Don't forget to watch ROH. And I will be back next week with a brand new edition of the Pro Wrestling Personified Podcast. Until then, again, my name is Lewis Carlan. Thank you very much. Take care. So long. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.